'cause there will be a time. Oh, oh.
Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode, Getting Well with Terry and Friends, free NHL picks. I'm Terry, ready to break down today's NHL slate. But first, we'll look back at Saturday, and I'll try to remember what plays cashed. I'm going to have to start writing things down now that we've got NHL and baseball here on Monday. It's tough to remember what cashed and what didn't on Saturday, so bear with me as we go through that. And then we'll, of course, get to the standings and then get to today's slate. So the first game here, Reinhart didn't score, Verhaeghe didn't score. The Panthers continue their domination over Detroit, but they had to get the win in overtime. So a very close game. I'm glad that I didn't go with the Panthers puck line. They just don't look right still. And I backed these two player props, but sadly, neither of them scored. Vegas Golden Knights, Minnesota Wild, Pavel Dorofeyev, anytime goal. Unfortunately, he did not score. Glad that I stayed off going too crazy with any other props here in this game. Kaprizov did score, so I should have went back to him, but I did not. And a lot of people had their opinions on Twitter about what the Wild did in pulling Philip Gustafsson in overtime. I'll be honest, I was not watching the Wild game. I was actually watching baseball. I know, crazy. But for me here, the Wild season is over. And that's my opinion. People saying that, well, why would Hines, or like we bet on the Wild, why would Hines pull the goalie, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Wild getting 1 point in this game is basically the same as the Wild getting 0 points in this game. If the Wild were going to have a chance of making the playoffs, they need to win every single game. Getting 1 point or 0 points doesn't matter. They need to get 2. So Hines pulled the goalie in overtime, which does give you a better chance to win and get those 2 points. But Vegas scored in the empty netter, so the Wild get 0 points. And if there was any question about their season now, this is one of the teams they were trying to catch, and they have not been able to beat the other teams they've been trying to catch. So overall, season is over for the Wild. I've accepted it a while ago. You may not want to bet on the Wild for going forward because I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do. Pretty sure Hines now might slow down with pulling the goalie because really the season's over. It just is. Evan Bouchard over half an assist was too pricey for me, but he still got one anyway. So if you bet it, that's awesome. You cashed. Hyman did score, so that was a nice winner there. Nick Schmaltz assist, Josh Stone anytime goal. I did add Clayton Keller. I'm glad I did because Keller scored, assisted from Schmaltz, which is usually what happens when one gets an assist. Usually it's on a Keller goal from Schmaltz, and then when Keller scores, usually Schmaltz gets an assist. Josh Stone got another assist, but not a goal. So 1 goal, 2 assists in his first 3 games. I wish his point prop was available. I would have been on that. But did take a shot with the goal prop. Toronto Maple Leafs, Buffalo Sabres. I did add Tyler Bertuzzi anytime goal. Unfortunately, he did not score. And then Tuck assist. Unfortunately, he didn't get an assist. Saturday was a rough day in the NHL. Bruins and Capitals. I stayed off this game. Didn't get involved. So no harm there. Islanders and Tampa Bay Lightning. Braden Point did not score, but the Lightning covered the puck line. Plus 165. And didn't need the empty net goal, but I knew all that we needed here was Tampa Bay to be winning by at least 1 going into the final few minutes or the final 5 minutes of the third period. And I knew what Patrick Waugh would do. And of course, he did. He pulled the goalie with, I think, 4.5 minutes left. Tampa Bay got another empty netter. So the puck line, a nice plus 165 cash in this game. This same game parlay continues to cash. I got it for plus 145. Russ point, Crosby assist. Both are on heaters right now. So if you want to look at the Penguins, this is the way to go to look to back the Penguins right now. Chicago Blackhawks, Philadelphia. I completely stayed off this game. Won't want to touch this game with a 10-foot pole. Ottawa Senators, Winnipeg Jets stayed off this game as well. Ottawa getting the win in Winnipeg. This Winnipeg Jets team is in trouble. 6 losses in a row. We'll be talking about them in a bit. Slavkovsky did not get a point, unfortunately, but our moneymaker, Seth Jarvis, got a goal once again. Plus 210 here in this one. Thank you to Mr. Jarvis. So Minnesota's playoff hopes are over, and St. Louis fans should come to terms with the fact that their season is over as well. How you lose 4-0 at home to San Jose? 4-0. You don't even score a goal. So Neighbors didn't get a point. The Blues definitely did not win by 2. Awful game by them, and that should tell you all you need to know about the West. I think is set now. Kings and Vegas in, everyone else out. I think the playoffs are set now, in my opinion. Kings and Flames, I passed this game. The Flames getting the underdog win. LA losing 2 games in a row. Dallas Stars puck line, cashed. Plus 155 winner there. Jamie Benn did not get a point, so his streak ended as well. So overall, and then of course, both players didn't get a point here in the parlay of the day. Overall, a rough Saturday, but it is going to happen. And now we just move on to a new week. Of course, no plays yesterday. So now we move on to a new week here in the NHL. Looking at the standings here, we've got Boston in first with 101, Florida in second with 99, Toronto third with 93. The Rangers with 104, Carolina with 101, Washington now in third with 82 points in the Metro. Tampa Bay with 89, comfortably in a playoff spot there. Philadelphia with 82. Detroit, 2 points behind Philadelphia with a game in hand. Islanders, 5 points behind with 2 games in hand on Philadelphia. So Philadelphia better watch out because there are teams coming. There are teams coming for them with games in hand. New Jersey, 76 points in 74 games. Pittsburgh, 75. Buffalo, 75. Of course, these teams all 7 points out of a playoff spot. So not out of it yet, technically, but they're out of it. Ottawa was 70. Montreal was 68. Columbus, 60. Dallas in first with 103 in the Central. Colorado with 100. Both now in playoff spots. Winnipeg with 94. Falling behind. Vancouver with 100. Edmonton with 94. Vegas with 90. And then our 2 wildcard spots. Nashville with 90 points. LA with 87. St. Louis, 5 points behind. Minnesota, 8 points behind. And then, of course, Calgary, Seattle there was 73. Arizona was 67 in the bottom 3 of the Western Conference. We will go take a look at the chat and see what people are thinking. Got Lightning minus 185, now minus 205. Leaning Panthers also. Interesting. I don't play those prices, but to each his own. To each his own. So we have the Caps versus Canes first round right now. I like that for the Canes, laughing. Right now, that is the case, yeah. Good day, Terry, to you as well, Captain Rye. Hey, it's been a while. Yeah, haven't seen you in a while, Nick. Seems like it was like 10 minutes ago. Taking notes. Hey, Real Deal Prime. Hope all is well. Note to self, live bet against Minnesota heading into overtime. That's what we learned. No, because if you had done that in the first game against Nashville, you would have lost. So it's not an auto bet to fade against Minnesota going to overtime. It's just, I would be careful with Minnesota. And that's coming from me, the Wild fan. who at times when Minnesota is really good will bet them a lot. But now is not the time to bet Minnesota. It just isn't. Um, they have nothing to play for now except pride, I guess. There's some big plus money on the puck lines today. There you go. Crosby is red hot. Yes, he is. He is. Too bad it won't matter. That Blues game hurt me. Yeah. Uh, that's what I get for betting on the Blues. That's what I get. I deserve that big loss because I bet the Blues. Learn my lesson. I don't feel bad for the Blues. Yeah, I get it, Robert. Saturday was soul crushing, but it's a new week. Yes, it's a new week, and we will just move on here, and we will start with the first game on the slate today, which, as Robert said in the MLB show, is going to be a very good game. It's going to be like a playoff battle here. In this one, we've got, let's see here, we've got the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs here in this one. Florida minus 129 to minus 130. Toronto plus 110 to plus 116. Sixes and 6.5s available here in this game. And right off the bat, I'll say that I'm surprised to see Leafs as a dog here at home in this game. I wonder if they're resting anyone. I have not heard of anyone being rested in this game, but let's see here. We'll take a look at the lineups. Nothing has been added here, so I'm not quite sure the price here in this game. Florida minus 135 on the road. The way they've been playing lately just doesn't seem right to me here in this one. How are these teams doing recently? Florida has lost 6 of their last 8 games. 4 of their last 6 going under 5.5. Toronto 4-2 in their last 6. 6 overs, 2 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. Florida has had success against the Leafs, but Florida's done very well against every divisional opponent, really. 5-1-1 in the last 7 meetings, 5 of the last 9 games going to overtime between these teams. No overs, 8 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. In this game, we're going with the draw, plus 350. Obviously, like I said, 5 of the last 9 meetings went to overtime. That did include playoff matches. These two teams have played very close games recently. So I'll take the draw in this game, and that's it. Not going with any props. I don't think this will be a very high scoring game. So I would look at the under 6.5, which I can see at minus 120 at DraftKings. If you want a decider total, I would be looking at the under here in this one. Looking at goaltender Samsonov against Bobrovsky. Samsonov has been very good recently. Came off a 34 shutout win against the Sabres. And if you look at the season stats, 26-7, 3.03 goals against average, 893 save percentage. So his overall numbers aren't very good, but he did have a very rough start to start the season. Bobrovsky got the win over the Detroit Red Wings, stopping 20 of 22 shots. So ended his 5-game losing streak that he was on in the last game. This game just spells a draw. It just smells like a draw. So we'll just go with the draw plus 350 and then move on. Panthers minus 125. Interesting, Nick. Interesting. I would go the other way. And Finnegan agrees. The dogs are barking here in this game. Barkov 2 points, Reinhart 2 points is plus 400. All right. I don't know if I would go with that. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, and obviously they were on different lines. So we'll see if that's changed. But Johnny Gaudreau assist, Kucherov goal, Reinhart goal, plus 1,011. All right, we'll be talking. I guess those are separate games. So best of luck. Best of luck. Panthers money line. This is their type of game. Maybe under 6.5. Neither anytime goal and sprinkle on the draw plus 350. I like it. Complete healthy Panthers team versus a injured Leafs team. Yes, but a Panthers team that's struggling to win games and a Leafs team that's doing pretty well. So I can see, but I disagree. Barkov back-to-back 2-point games. There you go. But we will move on along to our second game here, which is between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Rangers. Pittsburgh plus 160 to plus 168. Rangers minus 189 to minus 200. Sixes right across the board. Here in this game, looking at goaltenders, Igor Shesterkin confirmed for the Rangers. Tristan Jarry confirmed for the Penguins. Here in this game, Jarry has given up 4 or more goals in 3 starts in a row. And Shesterkin has given up 3 or more goals in 3 of his last 4. So both goaltenders have been giving up some goals recently heading into this game. Pittsburgh 2-2-2 in their last 6. Detroit. The Rangers 10-2 in their last 12. Pittsburgh 6 overs, 2 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. The Rangers 7 overs, 1 under, 1 game finished with 6 goals. Pittsburgh going to overtime in 2 of 4. The Rangers going to overtime in 3 of 4. It's both teams playing close games recently. Actually, both teams are playing close, high-scoring games recently. The Rangers 7-1-1 in the last 9 meetings between the teams. We haven't seen a lot of overs. 1 over, 3 unders, 2 games finished with 6 goals. But the way both offenses are going right now, and you're going to give me a 6 here, I'm taking it. Both goaltenders have been giving up 3 goals. We could definitely see 3-3 at some point in this game. If not, 4-2, we get a push. Whatever happens, happens. But I see goals here in this game. Over 6 minus 110. And yes, we're going back to the same game parlay. Brian Rust, Sidney Crosby. Brian Rust to get a point, Sidney Crosby to get an assist, which is plus 165 here in this one. And as well, same game parlay for the Rangers. Trocheck, Panarin, Alexis Lafreniere, all to get a point, plus 220. They all play in the same line. They're all playing well right now. Crosby an assist in 8 of his last 9. Brian Rust a goal in 6 of his last 9. I'm not sure the point. Alexis Lafreniere a point, 7 of 9. Panarin a point, 17 of his last 21. And Vincent Trocheck a point in 18 of his last 22 for the Rangers. I do realize that I forgot to mention props here. Reinhardt a point, 8 of 10. For Hagee, a goal in 3 of 5. Barkov a point, 5 of 7. Matthews a point, 7 games in a row. 4 more shots in 8 games in a row. 7 or more shots in 3 of his last 4. So Matthews right now. Bertuzzi, a goal in 5 of 8. Nylander, a goal in 6 of 9. At least 3 shots on goal in 15 of his last 17. And then Max Domi, an assist in 3 of 6. Bobby McMahon, a goal in 3 of 6. Not on either of those. Not in a game that I think will go under. But going back to the comments here. Drop game for the Rangers. Pens money line. Interesting. Okay. Adam Fox assist, my favorite play. Rust point, Crosby assist. I do like those. Fox, I believe, is minus 130, minus 135. So it stayed off, but I could definitely see that. Pens are pass, but I swore off betting the Pens, so pass. All right. Yeah. Who wins this game doesn't matter to me. Just give me goals. Give me goals. But move on along to the third game. We've got the Colorado Avalanche and the Columbus Blue Jackets here. Colorado minus 325 to minus 350. Columbus plus 275 to plus 280. 6.5s right across the board, but you're looking at minus 135 to minus 140 for the over. Goaltenders here, we've got Justice Annunen confirmed for Colorado. Danil Tarasov confirmed for Columbus. Here in this game, Elvis Merzlikins has a lower body injury, so he will not play here in this game. Tarasov has lost 3 games in a row, 3 or more goals allowed in each game, but stopped 33 of 36 in the loss against Pittsburgh. So gave up 3 goals, but made a lot of saves. Doesn't get much help in front of him. How are these teams doing recently? Colorado 10-1-1 in their last 12. 4 of their last 6 over 6.5. Columbus has lost 6 of their last 7 games. 5 overs, 1 under, 1 game finished with 6 goals. Colorado 5-1-1 in the last 7 meetings between these teams. 6 overs, 1 under, 3 games finished with 6 goals. So both teams trending towards the over right now. Both teams have gone over a lot in the past. The issue is that the over's minus 135, minus 140, and it was like minus 145 yesterday, and there were sevens. So it does appear like money might be coming in here on the under, which is kind of surprising. Ultimately, this game's a pass for me. McKinnon to score is minus 145, minus 150. So there's just nothing there. Overall, this game is just a pass for me. Nathan McKinnon, a point, 20 of 21, 4 more shots in 21 of 25, and a goal in 11 of his last 15. But as I said, his props are just outrageously priced here in this one. McKinnon an assist in 14 of 18. Cale Makar an assist in 12 of 16. Johnny Gaudreau an assist in 6 of 10. Werenski an assist in 6 of his last 8. 3 or more shots in goal in 8 of his last 10 for the Columbus Blue Jackets in this one. Pass. Odds too expensive and want nothing to do with Columbus. I agree. Yeah, priced out of McKinnon props. Yeah, books are not making it easy to bet him here in this game. McKinnon to score and Rantanen to score is plus 200. All right. Best of luck. But we will move on along to our next game. This one here, Islanders in Philadelphia. Flyers. This is a important game for playoff. For when it comes to making the playoffs. We got the Islanders plus 105 or plus 100 to plus 107. Philadelphia minus 115 and minus 125. There's 5.5s and 6s available across the board here. And we've got Semyon Varlamov starting again for the Islanders. His 3rd straight game. Which is kind of surprising after their loss in the last one, but Samuel Ersson confirmed for the Flyers. He has lost 3 in a row, allowing 5 or more goals in 2 of his last 3 games. So Ersson not really playing too well recently. How are these teams doing? Islanders have lost 8 of their last 10. The Flyers have lost 7 of their last 9. So both teams are just not winning games right now. Islanders 4 of their last 6 under 5.5. Philadelphia 1 over, 4 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. Islanders 4-1-1 in the last 6 meetings, 5 in a row under 5.5. So I really do lean with the under here. The issue is that Ersson is not doing very well recently, and yes, Semyon Varlamov hasn't been horrible, but I do not trust him. I do not trust him for an under. And then, of course, Flyers, I can't get them right. So this game is an easy pass. But I want to talk people off the under and potentially the draw here. But if this game is not tied, like I said, you'll see if the Flyers are winning, you may want to lie bet the puck line because Patrick Roy will pull Varlamov with like 5 minutes to go. So if the Flyers are somehow ahead here, heading towards the end of the game, I would look at live betting them, but nothing for me here in this game. Flyers minus 1.5. Jamie Drysdale is back. All right. We'll see how he does in his first game. Biggest playoff implications of the night: lean over 5.5 with Sorokin projected. Sorokin is not it. Varlamov is confirmed. I'm late, but I smashed the like. Thank you, Richie. Also, stars, Terry. Yes, stars. Cashed me a nice puck line in their last game. Lean Flyers and under 5.5. Owen Tippett point. All right. Best of luck, Captain Brian. But we will move on along to our next game. Props here in this one. Bo Horvat a point, 4 of 8. So not exactly consistent. Brock Nelson a point, 3 of 7. Again, not consistent. Tippett, 0.8 of 10. Frost, a 0.7 of 10. And then Konechny, a point and 3 shots on goal in 14 of 19. So nobody's really consistent enough. You could look at Tippett or Frost, but nobody's consistent enough for me here. for this game. But this next one here, we've got the Detroit Red Wings and Tampa Bay Lightning. So there are some good games with extremely important playoff implications here in a few of these games. Detroit plus 155 to plus 176. Tampa Bay minus 188 to minus 205. 6.5s. Right across the board in this game. Andrei Vasilevsky confirmed for Tampa Bay. Alex Lyon confirmed for Detroit. And the Red Wings lost 4 games in a row. Overall, 3-10-2 in their last 15. So not playing very well. 3 of their last 4 going under 5.5. 3 of 6 going to overtime. Tampa Bay 8-0-1 in their last 9. 4 of their last 5 going under 5.5. And 2 of their last 4 going overtime. Detroit 5-2 in the last 7 meetings between these teams. So for some reason, Tampa Bay's struggled with the Red Wings lately. 3 overs, 3 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. So total is kind of all over the place here in this one. Braden Point, anytime goal, plus 150. That's it for me in this one. Tampa Bay struggles against Detroit. If that wasn't the case, maybe I would look at Tampa puck line here. But I could see a draw in this game. So ultimately, just Braden Point, anytime goal for me here in this game. Looking at player props, Shane Gostisbehere, 14 of 19 for the Red Wings. Larkin, 5 of 8. Lucas Raymond, 6 of 10. A goal and 5 of 10. So nobody really consistent. Patrick Kane, 8 of 9. An assist in 5 of 9. 3 shots on goal and 8 of 11. So if you are going to play someone for Detroit, I would look at Patrick Kane in this one. Braden Point, a goal and 6 of 8. 12 of his last 17. A point in 15 of 18. Victor Hedman, an assist in 8 of his last 9. Kucherov, 25 of 27, an assist in 14 of 16. Stamkos, 9 of 11. Anthony Duclair, 10 of 13, a goal and 8 of 13. He's cooling off. He is cooling off now for the Lightning. Dun, 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 dun. When was Varley confirmed? I saw Sorokin earlier. Wrong. Sorokin lost the number 1 job like a week ago, which it really surprises me. It really does. Bolts puck line. All right. Lean under 6.5. Yeah, I could see that. Tampa Bay money line or under 6.5. All right. Best of luck. Oh, Sorokin tomorrow. Okay. There you go. So a back-to-back for the Islanders. Oof. Poor Sorokin. The Islanders do not do well on back-to-backs. Looking ahead towards tomorrow. Under 6.5, Hedman assist, Kane assist, Braden Point goal. I like it, Captain Brian. Kucherov assist, point goal, plus 109. Why not add him? You could. Stammer, plus 160. Anytime goal. Best of luck. But we will move on along to the next game here, which is between the LA Kings and the Winnipeg Jets. LA minus 102 to plus 104. Winnipeg minus 114 to minus 120. 5.5s right across the board here in this game. Looking at goaltenders here for this one. Laurent Brossoit confirmed for Winnipeg. Nobody yet confirmed for LA. Brossoit, his last start, he gave up 3 goals and 40 shots against the New Jersey Devils. But overall, he's been very good all season long for the Winnipeg Jets. How are these two teams doing recently? LA 4-2 in their last 6. They have lost back-to-back. Edmonton and Calgary in their last 2 games. 1 over, 2 unders, 2 games, finished with 6 goals. Winnipeg 0-5-1 in their last 6. Just not scoring enough right now and just not able to win games. 4 of their last 6 under 5.5. LA has won 4 of the last 6 between these teams. 3 of the last 5 going over 6.5. For me, it's the Kings, which I got at plus 110. LA, much better team on the road all season long. The road team has won both meetings this year. This Winnipeg Jets team is just struggling. So I'll take the team that's doing better right now, that has done well against Winnipeg in the past, plays much better on the road than at home, and they're a dog. So easy decision here for me. For the Kings plus 110 in this game. Looking at player props, Adrian Kempe a point, 8 of 10, an assist and 6 of 8. Ante Kopitar 2 or more points and 5 of 8, but he's still getting 1 point as well. Pierre-Luc Dubois, an assist in 5 of his last 8. Nikolai Ehlers a point, 7 of 9. Kyle Connor 3 shots and goal and 10 of 14. Mark Scheifele a point and 11 of 15. The Jets just not scoring enough right now, which is hurting them. But they're comfortably in a spot where they don't have to worry. So, no pass. There we go. Under 5.5. All right. Under 5.5. The Kings play a boring 1-3-1. There you go. Give me the Jets. Would not surprise me if the Jets score 6. Wow. Okay. Well, I certainly hope not. Under 6.5. All right. And Kings money line. Yeah, I agree. They're just in better form right now, and dogs. But they're dogs because they're on the road, but they play better on the road. So easy play there for me. Moving on, our next one, we've got the Edmonton Oilers and St. Louis Blues. Edmonton minus 197 to minus 205. St. Louis plus 165 to plus 175. Home dog 6.5 right across the board here. This game, looking at goaltenders, Jordan Bennington confirmed for St. Louis. Stuart Skinner confirmed for Edmonton. In this one, how are these two teams doing recently? Edmonton 5-2 in their last 7. 5 of their last 6 going over 6.5. St. Louis 3-2-1 in their last 6, but coming off a game they had to win when you're facing the Sharks. If you have any playoff hopes, you had to win that game. 4 of their last 6 going over 6.5. 2 of 4 going overtime. St. Louis 3-1-1 in the last 5 meetings. 3 of 6 going to overtime. So we have seen a lot of close games between these teams. 3 of the last 5 going under 5.5. So both teams trending towards the over right now. More so towards the under when they faced each other. For me, it's Zach Hyman anytime goal. Plus 110 in this game. He is just Edmonton's number 1 goal scorer. When you play with McDavid, you're liable to score. And when you go to the net like Hyman does, you're going to get goals. And that's what he's been doing. So we'll take him for plus 110 here in this game to score. Player props, McDavid an assist in 22 of his last 24. Draisaitl a point, 13 of 15. Evan Bouchard an assist in 9 of 10. Zach Hyman a goal in 6 of 9. Matthias Ekholm an assist in 6 of 7. I would really like to find his props, but they were not available. Let me see. Yesterday in the last, no, just goals, just goal prop, which kind of sucks. He did score in his last game, but don't expect him to do that too often. So for St. Louis, Neighbors a point, 7 of 9. Jordan Kyrou a point, 4 of 5. Brendan Saad a goal in 4 of 5. Braden Shen a point, 6 of 8. There are some St. Louis players you can look at, but I just don't want to rely on the Blues here in this game because I could feel, yeah, it's either going to go one or two ways. Either they are pissed off and they bounce back and they give the Oilers a good fight, maybe win, maybe don't, or they come out here and just get smashed. And I think it's probably more likely that they get smashed. They know how far they are behind now, and it's just too much for them to make up, in my opinion. So Nick disagrees. Blues plus 170 bounce back after a bad loss with San Jose. Yeah, I think they're going to throw in the towel. I think they will throw in the towel after that game. So I want to bet the Blues, but best of luck, guys. Blues plus 1.5. NHL makes no sense. Blues will lose to San Jose, but somehow beat Edmonton. If they come out here with their best effort, they could beat Edmonton, but I don't know if we get their best effort. So over 6.5. All right, exactly. ESP, which is Nick. Someone like the Rangers will lose to the Pens, but own the Canes. Doesn't make sense. Yeah. I hope this don't hurt again. Neighbors point, sprinkle anytime goal. McDavid over 1.5 points. Bouchard assist, time anytime goal, and sprinkle the draw. Plus 340. All right, Captain Bry going big in this game. Oilers or pass, and you pass. No worries. Bouchard assist, McDavid over 1.5 assists. Neighbors for a point and Hyman anytime goal. All right, I like it. And we'll hear more about Evan Bouchard here in a few moments. So I do have a play on him, but we'll talk about him, as I said, here in a couple minutes here. In this game, our final game of the night, we've got the Seattle Kraken and the San Jose Sharks. Seattle minus 209 to minus 225. Road favorites, the Sharks plus 180 to plus 185. Home dogs, 5.5s, right across the board in this one. No goaltenders confirmed, so we're not sure who's starting in this one. How are these two teams doing recently? Seattle has lost 9 of their last 11. The Sharks have lost 9 of their last 10. And I could go back much further, but we won't. Seattle, no overs, 4 unders, 2 games finished with 6 goals. Sharks, 5 overs, 3 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. So for a total 5.5, 6 overs, 3 unders. Seattle 6-3 all time against the Sharks. 7 of the 9 games went under 5.5. So we usually do see lower scoring games when these two teams face each other. Pass. Absolutely pass. Seattle should not be minus 200 favorites, but I cannot, in good faith, recommend anyone to bet the Sharks. This team they are looking ahead to the summertime. The players are not motivated. I don't see, maybe facing a division opponent, maybe they get a little bit of motivation here, but no, this is just the easiest pass on the board. McCann, 3 shots a goal and 7 of 8, an assist in 3 of 5. Matty Beniers a goal and 2 of 3. Mikhail Granlund a point and 8 of 9. So if I was going to look at something, it would be Mikhail Granlund. Props. Let's see what his point prop is looking at in this game with a 5.5. Mikhail Granlund to get a point is minus 188 to minus 175. Yeah, no. No. Even on a streak, I would never obviously use that number, but even for a parlay piece, I want it. No Sharks props, minus 175 for me. Over 5.5. Okay. Pass. I agree. Kraken team total over 3.5. First period over 1.5. Full game over 5.5. Wow. Okay, Nick. Kraken and Sharks literally have nothing to lose. Shakes might win. Yeah. I agree. This game, easy pass. Is this an underspot? Well, not according to Nick. But if I had to bet something in this game, it would be the under. It would. But I don't like 5.5, even at plus money. Pass for me, but a lean would be towards the under in this game. For the parlay of the day, as I mentioned, we're going with Bouchard here to get a point, and Vincent Trocheck to get a point. Both parlay together at plus 137. If you wanted to take Bouchard for an assist to bump up this even more, he has an assist in 9 of 10 games. So you could definitely take him for an assist, but getting plus 137 just for the point. I played it safe here for the parlay of the day. But I wouldn't talk anyone off putting Bouchard for an assist instead here in this game. 7 to 9 to the under. Yeah, I would lean with the under. My numbers projected this close to a 6.5. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's a nice look. Are you talking about the under, or are you talking about the parlay of the day? Either way, best of luck. But that is today's show. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. If you want my premium plays, I gave you my 2 NHL premium plays here, but baseball is over on the site. So you can go and get baseball plays if you're interested. And yeah, best of luck to everyone in today's slate. Parlay of the day. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Trocheck and Evan Bouchard. So best of luck to everyone on your bets today, and we'll see you on the next show. Thanks for watching, guys.